you party?
Every now and then, but usually I'm busy with work and shit.
But,
Where you work?
but you done party at night
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Alright, cool. We're rolling, by the way.
Okay,
Just,
we're rolling.
This is all on record.
though. All right, chill.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go ahead and start. So we're gonna start off, of course, with give us your name, your tag, just a brief summary of who the fuck ilovebagelz is, and how you started, who you play.
Oh, look at him too.
Oh, okay. So my name is Giovanni Garcia. I'm from Arizona. My tag is ilovebagelz. I got the tag ilovebagelz back when I was in elementary school. It was ham. No, it was sausage, cheese, and egg, and I would always eat it. And I would ask my friends like, "Hey, are you gonna have your bagel?" And they'd be like, "Oh, Gio, you just fucking love bagels." And I was known as the bagel boy. And I was a chubby kid. Okay, I had like a little Santa belly, at that point. And so I was just known as the kid that loved bagels. And so that kind of carried on, and I decided, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I got decent at this game and people had to cheer bagels or something ridiculous like that? I started this game about a year ago through my best friend who showed me Melee. And I was like, God, like everything's so fast and crazy, and there's so much like technical variation, and there's so much unique characteristics towards the cast. So my brother surprised me. He downloaded Project M. Like I didn't even know about it because we played Brawl, and like once we opened up Project M, I could not go back to Brawl. I was like, I feel like this is the game we should have got for Christmas back in 2007,
I felt that way,
Yeah, so that's how I started out. I was originally a Captain Falcon main, but Luigi was just really fun. I watched the bait in Eddie Mexico, and I studied them.
Would you say they're probably some of your like biggest inspirations?
Oh yeah, definitely. I got a chance to talk to Eddie Mexico a couple weeks ago. You know Call Master?
Yeah.
He's the OG Luigi main. I got to show him all the PM tech. I got to play him in Melee. So I think why my Luigi so different is because I study Melee Luigis.
So a lot of people have like criticized you, of course, for playing lane. You probably get that a lot from some people you hear in the background.
Yeah.
Do you just think Luigi's inherently like a lame character, and do you think that like people's opinions of your playstyle have like ever affected like the way you play? Does like the crowd really get to you at all, like, or
Yeah, definitely. Like at times, the crowd does get to me, especially. But what gets to me is when my own state starts cheering for me, because that just puts more pressure. But as far as the lameness goes, I do feel like Luigi has to play lame in some scenarios because he's constantly wave dashing around, and he's super fast, but he has constant dead zones where he can't do anything. And so Luigi isn't meant to be played aggressive. He's meant to be played patient, because his shield pressure, half of it isn't real. His punishes, half of it isn't supposed to work, but it is because you condition it. It's kind of like Samus's grab in Melee. It's super slow, but then you'll see people like Duck that will up tilt and forward tilt and condition their opponent until they can grab them out of shield. But it has affected me because sometimes I don't want to play lame, and I've dropped sets because of it. I'll try to style, but I don't know. I'm satisfied with the direction I took Luigi, and I'm trying to rely less on fireballs and more on movement.
So you've gotten this negative feedback from people. In general, though, would you consider yourself to be a villain now?
A villain?
Yeah.
No, I'm a good guy.
You're a good guy? What do you think makes you a good guy?
No, I think I'm a villain because I guess when I played this game, I think of personalities. You can see Jose V's personality, Venom's personality, Blue's personality, and the style they play. And with me, like I always get like, I hate admitting it, but like when I'm up and I style on someone, I get like a six satisfaction knowing that like that I dominated them. So like getting that satisfaction, I guess, kind of makes me a villain, because like if I'll like, for example, if somebody's like down 4 stocks, I'll just continuously jab them like out of their shield and just continuously jab them and jab them and jab them. Like yeah, I've had players look me in the eye and say like, "You make me not want to play this game, man."
So in the past year, you've been excelling. You've been getting some pretty good results, even for someone who like qualified for an Arcadian a little earlier. So what have you been doing differently lately? That's been like leading up to like you making like top 30 like these big tournaments.
Oh, I took the advice of a mixture of Mango and Armada and Eddie Mexico. And one time Eddie Mexico won a SoCal tournament. And Blur asked him, like, you know, what went through your mind when you were going up against SoCal's finest? And he said, I wasn't afraid of losing. I was afraid of not playing my best. So even when like they told me that I was the only Arizona player left in bracket, I didn't think about that. What I thought about to myself was, I want to play my best. Like I want to hit the moves I want to hit, and I want to play what I want to play. And there's a visual exercise you can do, is you can close your eyes and you can imagine yourself succeeding. You know, you can imagine yourself hitting every ledge dash, hitting every perfect waveland, and etc. And it actually helps, because visualizing something actually helps you perform it when you actually do it. It's actually also a military exercise. And I've also just started watching videos, and I'm going to follow Pooch's guide, and hopefully that helps more.
But can I just interject real quick? Arizona mentality is so much different from every other region's mentality. Have you noticed that with these interviews? New York is very aggressive in the way that they think about the game, and Arizona is very methodical about the way they improve.
A lot of mind games going on. I like players that like really think about their mentality. So that's good.
You and Blue.
So I mean, overall, what would you say is like one of your biggest accomplishments so far, playing, you know, at a high level, or something you've done in the tournament?
One of my biggest accomplishments was four-stocking Luck. And he wasn't exactly familiar with the matchup, but like he was figuring it out. And I was at a high percentage, and when I was able to four-stock him, like everybody from AZ like posted on the page, like Gio the God, like Gio the Bagels, the hero, and it just felt amazing, because like previously I saw Luck's video of like who the hell is Luck, and like it starts off with like Luck is a monster, and so it kind of felt like I conquered a monster, and that's my biggest achievement so far.
Is there anything you're looking to like accomplish in the near future?
Yeah. I don't know if it's completely possible yet, but I really want to believe that Luigi can get through a bracket being solo viable. Like I really want to make that a reality. Unfortunately, he's a mid-tier or mid-high tier, and there's a lot of disadvantages, like horrible air mobility. He gets juggled. Like for example, a charge up smash keeps him in the air forever, and he can't get down. But that's what I want to do, because if people like a bait can make top 8, where Luigi is a worse character, then there's no excuse why I shouldn't be able to win a tournament. You know, it's all on me.
And that's a good. Do you think that's a good place to stop? Or?
Well, we're just asking a few questions real quick. We're gonna ask you some questions about your partner in crime, the guy who joined you all the way from Arizona. We interviewed him a little earlier. We asked him, you know, some identical questions. I'm just asking you. When did you meet Blue, and like, what was your first impression of this guy when you like first met him?
I thought Blue was a jerk. I remember Blue play. The biggest thing that bothered me was that Blue didn't practice at home. He just studied his videos. He would just watch his videos and learn. And I was always envious of that, because his character had an advantage of mine, and I never truly appreciated his talent until later on. And his first impression of me was like, he would like stop my misfire with like a boomerang, and he would just laugh, like just like continuously laugh, and it got in my head, and it kind of hurt. But eventually we traveled to so many out-of-state tournaments, and we've known each other for quite some time, that I really started to appreciate like the kind of talent and skill he possesses. And there's like, the dude's like, I think he's slightly better than me, and consistency.
How would you describe his like kind of personality, and also his playstyle? Do you think they're like somewhat to go ahead?
He's patient, and he's also very formula based. If he like, for example, one day he went home and he practiced how long an arrow goes and what distance, and he just practiced that for an hour, and he kept it in his head. That's why he's so consistent with his snipes. So what was the question again? I forgot.
That's a good place to end that part. But like, do you have any like stories that come to mind when you think of him?
When I think of Blue?
Yeah, like any funny stories you guys, you know, hanging out.
Yeah, actually. It was a week before he beat Axe and Meds and Jaime HR. We were in a car in Tucson, and I asked him like, what were your goals in this game? Like, what do you want to do in this game? And he just like looks at me And he's just like, get good. That's what I really want, man. And that's all he said. And then like literally the next week he beat like Axe, Meds, and Jaime HR. And so it was just hilarious because the instant he said that, he just accelerated. So I thought that was pretty funny.
All right, last question then the entire interview, man. So you hail from AZ. How do you feel about the AZ scene? You know, where it's been, where it's going? 'Cause I know it's struggled like a lot of scenes have since match 14 now.
Yeah.
Do you see things getting better from here on out for AZ? Project Genesis?
Honestly, I'm gonna be blunt about it. No. Because for a long time, a lot of Arizona PM players, they didn't want to get better. They just sticked around because they love the community that much. And I mean, I love the community and I would stick around for it just because of that. But when me and Blue got second and third at the Texas 1K, like there was a couple people that wanted to get better. Like they felt the fire. But I just feel like that momentum is too hard to overcome for a lot of Arizona players because the motivation isn't there. That's why I'm kind of jealous of SoCal because everybody here is kind of related. Like they have friendships, connections, and rivalries, and that keeps the game going in your region. And I wish my region was like that.